Hello and welcome to another fun day of Magic the Gathering. Today I am going to be playing my Spell Thief deck. And not to toot my own horn, but I'm having a lot of fun with this one. I've seen similar decks to this, but this one is the one I've come up to that seems to work the best for me. So essentially, this deck is built around the idea of using the other person's deck against them. So the main cards we have here are Thief of Sanity, which of course lets us look at the top 3 cards of that player's library and exile one of them face down, and then put the rest in their graveyard. You can look at and cast that card for as long as it remains exiled. And you can spend your own mana as if it was any type of mana to cast it. So it doesn't matter what kind of spell it is, black, blue, red, green, white, don't matter. This is great for so many things. Better just to show you. To add to this, we also have the Hostage Taker. So if they put any creature out there that is going to be an issue, or we just want for ourselves, we can cast her. Again, it puts it into exile. As long as Hostage Taker is on the map, we can cast that creature as if it was our own using any kind of mana. A couple other things in here. Convene, Concoct. It's kind of a double edge. You can take control of another creature they have, or you can return a creature from the graveyard, which we have to put in here because most of the time Thief of Sanity is going to get removed, if at all possible. Some other cards, the Gold Pteramander, Curious Obsession combo, always good, keep us drawing cards. And this being a Dimir deck, obviously we're going to have a lot of Surveil. Along with Disinformation Campaign, it lets us draw even more cards. The idea being to get to our Thief of Sanity and our Hostage Taker. A little bit of Counterspell, a little bit of look through our deck. Lazrav is in here just because, again, Thief of Sanity gets removed a lot, and this is just another way to bring him back. Other than that, the only other thing I have in here would be the Nightveil Predator, just because while they're busy removing the Thief of Sanity and our Hostage Taker, he can sit on the battlefield and take out other creatures and just chip away at them. So, without further ado, let's head on in here and see what we can do. Monty. Man, 3. We'll go ahead and keep this. I do have Thought Erasure, which will let us look at their hand, and we'll be able to surveil. Hopefully draw something we need. Start with Watery Grave, which are tapped. Curious Obsession is going to be nice if you can draw a Pteramander. Or something else. Wow! This doesn't look familiar at all. Gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to take Nightveil Predator just because it's gonna be a pain in the ass to get rid of that. Cast down's fine. Use that to get rid of their Hostage Taker. Discard a card. Well, we got 3 of them, so discarding another card here. With 2 cards. Jesus, not the best start. Alright, I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but this happens a lot in Magic, at least to me. Every time I play, I seem to run into either very similar decks to mine or decks that are like tailor-made to counter mine. I don't know if this is some kind of, I don't know, matchmaking thing they've done, but it seems to be the case most of the time. Take that, and hopefully we draw a different one. Honestly, I'm fine discarding anything, as long as we can get our Thief of Sanity out there, because I'm really going to turn this on their head. What do you know? Really need another swamp, preferably. Oh, excuse me. At this point, these rats are just gonna kill us. Oh, thank God. And we will put out the Predator. They shouldn't be able to cast Hostage Taker against it. I guess we'll find out. Not sure if that counts as a spell, since it's an ability. Either way, that's why we're hanging on to our cast down. So we can just take out their Hostage Taker and get my Predator back. Interesting. Although I suppose now that lets him summon it again. Alright. Let's have some fun. Let's hostage take their hostage taker. Because why not? Love to surveil, but cast down is always more important. Plus, we can just cast their hostage taker on one of their rats. Which is probably what we're gonna do. Maybe not. Cast down on their cast down. Oh, dear Lord. This is just frustrating. At least we have our Thief of Sanity. had to be done. Definitely don't want him getting home of the host on that guy. So take Cry the Canarium. Just in case. I mean, actually, I could use it now if I wanted to give up the Thief Sanity. Or not. Excuse me. I really don't know what's wrong with me. All right. If he blocks this, we will go ahead and use our Cry. What a sissy. I have no idea why he's not using his helm. As if on cue. Wow, that's quite lucky. I didn't know if they'd come in adapted or not. I will not block that. We will use Thought Erasure. Ooh. Man, he's got some good cards in here. You can keep that. Yeah, we don't want him having that. Yeah, just gonna pass the time that too. Probably gonna block our Thief Sanity. At least that's what I would block. At least we'll get through. I don't even know what the hell that was for. Absolutely want that. I don't want any of those. Ooh, actually, yes. No? New battlefield. Where is she? Definitely take a time out on that one. wish I could look at his hand. Let's just go with well, that comes that was kind of bullshit. Not gonna lie. What is the name of that card? The Silencer. Oh well, moving on. Alright. Yep. That'll do for an opening hand. Good old Terramander. Stupid Healer Hawk. Wish I could have thought Erasure you. Oh, I can. Sweet. Although I'm probably going to want to get rid of that. Yes. That's a no for me, dog. Yeah, we'll wait till he attacks. Not you, dog. Well, I can't very well have two of you out here. But luckily, we have our Thief of Sanity. If I was a betting man, I'd say this is a life-gaining deck. But what do I know? Ooh, excellent. No, yeah. Water Drain first. Enters tapped. And attack with Thief of Sanity. you wouldn't block that, I haven't a clue. This is actually a great card for us because Night Veil Predator is a vampire. Always gets overlooked in vampire decks. Probably because, well, obviously, a lot of them are black and white and don't have any room for blue. But, not my problem. What we are going to do... Should we take the life? Take the hawk? Should we take the hawk? Nah. Sure we can take something better. Yeah, I'm my own Legion's Landing. Why not? This is the best part about this deck. It's just that I don't just have the cards I have the cards that they have. I love it. Clearly he's rethinking his strategy. Go ahead and get our Legion Lieutenant out here. Why not? He's a 4/4. And we'll cast down the hawk. So we are unimpeded. While we're at it, why not have a 2/2 vampire? See what we get now. Aperture of Blood. A very annoying card. I will gladly take it from you. Especially since we have a lifelink vampire now. That's annoying. One blocker. Two blockers. That'll work. See what he casts now. Man, he's gonna be super mad when I take this guy from him. Sorry, bro. He's really gonna synergize well with the vampires you've given me already. Now we get our own little first fort. Now what do we get? Another Legion's Lieutenant? I think so. At that point, what do you really do? See, that was much more satisfying than the last game. Keeping it going. Ryan PK. See what you got for us. This would be a lot better if we had a swamp. We do have the search for Escanta. Yeah, I think we chance it. We chance it. So worst that could happen? We don't draw our watery grave? Ooh. Incubation druid, eh? Library, absolutely. Absolutely library. We are going to take 2 life. Get that guy out there as quick as possible. Because judging by this wilderness reclamation, I'd say he is either A, got a lot of counters, or B, he's got a lot of adapt. Ooh, yeah, I think we keep you too. I mean, how could we not? Then we do fun stuff like this. I'm so sorry. No mana for you. Not that much anyway. We will be taking that for ourselves. Wow, they really wanted to get that mana out there. I would rather draw a card. Plus, I already had one, so I don't really need two. Not really. A lot of our cards are pretty cheap. I think this is our most expensive card. And there you go. Guessing he was drawing bad. Well, you're on a roll, you're on a roll. I'm hoping I can ride this deck out of gold. Or at least out of gold 4 or whatever I'm at right now. Alright, we got 2 discoveries, a cast down, some sabotage. Yep, that's not a bad start. Let's start with an island. Take a minute to appreciate Dimir's drawings here. It's a good looking island. Get a swamp. Just for some variety in our lives. God, I like both of these cards. I'm gonna take Lazarab first though, just because he's cheap. Go Island. 4th Eve of Sanity. And judging by the blue and red, I'm guessing he is not gonna last long. Although, I'm pretty sure you just let him last a little too long. Yeah, we're gonna Thought Eraser first. We don't need Lab down there first. What do you got here? Can't be blocked. Goblin Initiators are annoying. Thought Collapse will just not do. But we should be able to tell pretty easily whether or not he's got that in his hand, or he's able to cast it. Let's see what we can get, though. This should be a great deck for us to steal from. Just like that. I'll take a shock. Absolutely. Any target? We'll save it. This little pyromancer dude becomes annoying. I have to take him out. You know what? I am going to take him out. I'm going to take him out right now. Well, Lazav out there. Sweet animation there. Of course, he is our avatar, so always good feng shui there. Ooh. Just an FYI for anybody that wants to know, you can't actually take their lands. It'll just get rid of them. It'll exile the land, but you can't play it. So it's kind of pointless. Now we got to be careful here because he does have enough for his Thought Collapse. But we are really in no hurry to cast any of these spells. I mean, do we really want to take a goblin with our hostage taker? Not really. I would take him out with the cast downs, but I mean, oh, absolutely. Thank you very much. That is just beautiful. We definitely don't want that to get countered. In fact, now I really want to bait that counter out, so we will go ahead and try to kill some of these guys. And then there were three. One of them will be gone soon. And surveil. There he goes. That works out just okay for me. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Azra's lighten up, which means we have a creature in our graveyard. Dun, dun, dun. Hostage taker? Maybe. Yeah, we do already have one. take the blink of the eye. Now, this is a good question, because I know from experience that one of the immortal dragons, like when he dies, he gets egg counters on him. If you steal him, when he comes back to life, he goes back to his original owner. Not sure if rekindling Phoenix would do the same thing. I mean, it shouldn't, because it has an actual token. Guess we won't know now either. Oh, what other fun things we get to play? Honestly, what would make this card a lot better is if you could change it in anything. Whether it was in the graveyard, or if it was out in the deck, or out in the map, playfield, whatever you want to call it. We'll keep it. It's not the best starting hand. It's not the worst either. And then we get our Thief of Sanity, so can we really complain that much? Very well then. One of those kind of decks. Luckily, we have good old Lazarev. Lazav? Lazav. Yes, we definitely want the island. For sure. And next turn, we will turn you into our Thief of Sanity. Because you're cool like that, Lazav. To be honest, I don't think I've ever actually gotten to use him yet. At least not to transform. Interesting. Very interesting. And if that is the case, we're just going to go ahead and steal his. That's the kind of thing we do with this deck. No, not yet. Cancel. Oh, I don't want to do that. Pay 0. Confirm 0. Well, that was annoying. Talk about your misclicks. Well, it's a shame that we do not have any mana up right now. Discard our Sinister Sabotage. go ahead and actually transform him now. God. And now I can steal 2 things. Hooray! Definitely don't want you having one. Ooh, I take one of those too. Excellent. That worked out quite nicely. Oh well. Poor Lazav. It's a real shame we just have another one of these. If I've learned one thing... Man, this is a very similar deck. Too bad ours is better. If I've learned one thing in Magic, though, it's being able to see what you're going to draw is such a big advantage. I used to think the search for Azcanta was not that great. But it really is. Yeah, sure. Good old Terramander, you never let me down. Really wish I had a Thought Erasure. Ooh, Dream Eater. Man. That was a tough choice. No, it isn't. This is cheaper. And I'm just going to get it out of his graveyard in a minute anyway. So, whatever. End turn. Go ahead and end turn. Kind of want to be able to use this Sinister Sabotage, like right now. That's fine. We can use an extra land. Go on there, Drowned Catacomb. Get on out there. I can't wait to get that Dream Eater for even cheaper. Oh, and another one? Wow. I mean, this guy's deck isn't very well put together, but he's got some good cards to steal. Oh no. Good thing I don't have anything to... We don't need that. I don't think they're getting any creeps out here anytime soon. I'm waiting for him to destroy this Thief of Sanity before I cast the other one. Oh, seriously. This dude has amazing cards in this deck. It's too bad he's never going to get to use any of them. I go with the Doom Whisperer. I mean, how do you not? flying and trample, and I can surveil. Just look at that animation too. It's beautiful. Ew. See? That's why I was hanging on to this one. Absolutely get that Dream Eater. Man, for real though. Some of these animations are beautiful. I don't need that. I really don't need that either. Want. Can I cancel? Fine, whatever. Decline. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. An island down here. Doesn't have creatures or planeswalker. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Dream Eater. Ooh. Sacrifice a creature. Who do I sacrifice? I mean, they're his creatures. Okay. Well, honestly, you kind of served your purpose, so goodbye. Oh, I love this deck. Just one more win. Just rank up here. What we got? Satyr Enchanter. Not that exciting. Oh, I'm ready. The Autobot 1011. I'm assuming that's what it means. It's 1011. It's kind of disappointing. Let's see if I can figure this out. It's been a while since I've done binary. But I believe... that's 10. I'm probably wrong though. Don't quote me on that. It's really gonna bother me now. Oh. Hello. One thing I wish they would add into this, well, there's a couple things I wish they would add into this. But one of them is definitely a way to be able to talk to your opponent. Or I mean, if it's gonna be all emotes, at least give us more than what, 5? Can't really be that expressive with 5. Go for the card draw first. feeling if I discard it, I'll regret it. Okay. So, I'm assuming we should see some green here at some point. This out here. Draw another card. Alright, we don't need that. Take a cast down. It's the first time we have not drawn our Thief of Sanity or a hostage taker. Land is always good until you have plenty of it. 2 lockets. Alright then. Better question. Let's go look at his hand first. Let's see what he's working with here. Slimefoot. That's annoying. Sapling. Okay, clearly a sapling deck. I don't want that. I don't really want him out there either. But as long as we get that, we can handle them. Let's see what he casts here. Spore Swarm. Not today. Don't want to deal with that. Two, much more manageable. Put it in the library. Cast it down. We will go ahead and take control of your Spore Crown. And we'll put Lazav out there. Why not? Lazo. We already have a Petromander. Don't really need 2 of them. That's not really the purpose here. It really comes down to it. We can always have good old Lazav here turn into one. And there we go. So now that we have him, and clearly this is a sapling deck, this should get pretty silly. Because I'm going to take him too. I mean, why not, you know? No, don't shapeshift. Just want you to block. Fuck, Lazav. Yeah, we don't need that. Don't need that happening either. Transform. We will take our slime foot from you. And we still have enough to cast our Thief of Sanity. Yes, yes. Why not? Absolutely. I'm curious. No, this can't be the pre-made one they give you. Don't have lockets in that one. Resolve. Ugh. That would have been a much better one to steal. Oh wait, no, wait. No, I'd much rather take the 6 damage. It's beautiful. It just works out so well. We get to use our Thief of Sanity. All back to 1/1s. Why not? Man, can you imagine if we got these guys out there? Just be killing saplings, dealing damage, gaining life. Gold tier 3. Not too shabby. Alright, let's take a break from there. I do have a couple of other decks that I put together that I kind of want to play with. Kind of tinkering around. Like this one. I've been trying to make this deck work for a while now. I'm not gonna lie. And now that I'm looking at it, there are some changes I want to make right now. Skittering Skurveyor. Really not doing me any good. Sorry. Definitely want to have more Jorah's Familiars. Might leave one in here? No, we're not even gonna leave one in there. What we will do is add another Naturalize. Actually, destroy. See what other options we got here. Broken Bond. Destroy artifact or enchantment. The land cards remain handled with battlefield. That is probably a better option. Not gonna lie. What else we got? Reclamation Sage. Could be better. That's really nice, but it's kind of expensive. Yeah, it's not worth it. really don't want to add a whole other color in here. For a little background, this deck used to be completely artifacts. But the problem I was having with that is it's really slow. And I wasn't able to get up to my actual, you know, the actual cards I want to use in the deck. And the big problem with that was I didn't have the mana. So I am going to switch that out. Power Stone Shards is just good because literally everything outside of Biogenic Ooze really doesn't need any color mana per se. Plus, when this builds on itself, it's extremely useful. Trying to think here while I'm at it. What could I possibly put in here that would make this deck better? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take this out and add another Gift of Paradise. One, it's 2 mana cheaper, and 2, it gives us some life gain, which allows us to get our deck going. So, I'll change our layout here and explain the general idea behind this. So, what we want to do essentially is to overwhelm our opponent. And I was inspired to make this after drafting Golden Guardian, because this is just a ridiculously good card. It costs 4 mana once it comes out, 4/4 with Defender. Now, if you pay 2 mana, it fights another creature you control, and if it dies that turn, it becomes this land, which adds 2 mana of any color, but you pay 4 and tap it, and it creates a 4/4 golem. So essentially, you transform it, and then you can create as many golems as you want every turn, or well, 1 a turn. But the golems you create are not defenders, so they can attack. Now pair that, get just one of those. Just get one of those out there, and slap Helm of the Host on it. I mean, I don't even know what your opponent can do at that point, unless they have like a deck full of artifact destroyers. That is the only reason, though, that we have, well, now that we have Broken Bond in here. Because as you can see, all of our other creatures are, well, basically just cannot kill Golden Guardian in a straight up fight. Jorah's Familiar we want to get out there because it makes everything cheaper. For those of you who don't know, all artifacts are historic. So we get 4 of these birds out here, this is free. Karn Sign of Virgin is free. Self-Replicator costs 1 mana. But, like I said, the only creature that we have in here that could take it on, and it couldn't even do it right away, is going to be Biogenic Ooze. And this is kind of the same idea. If we can get a Helm of the Host on a Biogenic Ooze, you win. I mean, unless they're so far ahead of you already. So, the idea is, the only problem with this Jorah's Familiar is it is 4 mana, so you have to wait till turn 4 to be able to use it. That's why we get our Llanowar Elves, our Incubation Druids, and our Song of Freyalias. This, highly underrated saga in my opinion. 2 turns, turns basically turns all of your creatures into Llanowar Elves. And then on the third turn, all your creatures get a +1/+1 counter, Vigilance, Trample, and Indestructible. So you can see how this would work splendidly the rest of our deck. Use it early. Oh yeah, it's only 2 mana. Use it early, get all this out. Make a couple replications, and then give them all +1/+1 and Indestructible, Vigilance, and Trample. Easy day. Like I said, this has been a lot of tinkering though. This used to be all artifacts, didn't work. Kind of tweaked it a little bit, or kind of. This is the best I've gotten it so far. Still a work in progress though. Only 20 lands because, I mean, the problem isn't that these are very expensive cards. The problem is you need to get them out fast. Because if we can't make replications, we're pretty screwed. The other problem that I have with this deck is flying. I'm still trying to figure out a workaround for that as well. Because pretty much any kind of flyers in a deck are gonna, well, I mean, let's just say Gior's Familiar can't stand up to a whole lot of them. And we really don't want to use them to block because we want them around to make everything else cheaper. So, we're going to go ahead and play around with it. See how it goes. Definitely not confident enough to take this deck to ranked yet. Does alright, but like I said, I'm still tweaking. Well, right off we have 2 cards we need, 3 cards, and a very nice card to have. And let's just hope we draw some elves. Maybe one of our guardians, and as if on cue, one of our elves. We don't really need to play this because he already gives us that tap and gives us a mana. Ideally, we would draw our guardian this turn, play him next turn, have him fight our elves, use the Broken Bond on him, play another land, and start just pumping out those guardians. But alas, 'tis just a power stone. Although now that allows us to cast our self-replicator next turn. Now, I didn't really point this one out because I like the guardian better. Self-replicator would be a lot better if it was the one that cost 4 mana. But what are you gonna do? Same kind of idea though. 5 mana, 2/2. Whenever you cast a historic spell, which again is why originally I had this deck all artifacts. So essentially anything I cast would be a historic spell. Pay 1 extra, and you create a copy of this. Where it does stand out as compared to the Guardian is the copies also have this ability. So if we can get this going, I'll be able to show you. Preferably with another land or a cheaper historic card. So, say I cast this guy next turn and replicate him. Then I cast another one. It's not just the main replicator that you can add a mana for. It would be this one, and the replication I already have. So then I can pay 3 and get 3 more. So essentially, if you have the mana, these will grow exponentially for every historic spell you cast. It is phenomenal when you can get it to work. But getting it to work has been the issue. I really don't want to block with this. But we kind of have to. Thankfully, we have another one. Oh, and not that it's really going to help us, but sagas are historic as well. So simply the fact that we can cast this for just to replicate, it's kind of convenient. Artifacts, legendaries, and sagas. Those are all the historics. Although we will hold off on that because we got another power shard. Now we pay one, get another one. If we had the mana, I would cast one of these just to show you how it worked. But we're going to go ahead and wait until next turn to do that. No attackers, and end turn. See, this is where our issue comes, though. Because while we'll be able to create infinite blockers, can't block flying. Which is why I'm probably going to have to add some kind of build like this. Unfortunately, green is great for adding mana to your deck. Horrible for dealing with flying, and horrible for clearing the board. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier. It's like every time I try to play a deck, I go up against the exact deck that counters it. Except for our Thief of Sanity deck, our Spell Thief deck, because essentially their deck counters themselves, so whatever. Biogenic Ooze is not legendary. We're going to lose this game, so I'm just going to go ahead and cast this so I can show you all how this works. We got our Replicator, our regular one, and then our Replicated. So now we can pay one for our original, and then pay another one why it's not resolving. There we go. Pay another one for a replicator. Oh, and if you'll notice, I still have 2 mana. That's because it adds another. So essentially, like, if you have 1 out, it adds 1 mana. If you have 2 out, it adds 2 mana. 3 out, 3 mana, 4 out, 4 mana. So you got 4 of these out here. That's 16 colorless mana. Which is amazing if you get all these replications. So that means if I had 4 of these, I would only have to tap 1 of them to create a replica for all of these. Oh, whatever. No attacks. Actually, now I can tap these guys too, so I might as well. Just make as many as I can. Why not? show you like the idea here. Unfortunately, I couldn't tap those because they have summoning signals. Did you get the gist? I mean, that was one turn. I already have 4 more. So they always will try to get rid of the original one, but that's the beauty. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. But unfortunately, what are we gonna do? Literally, since these are flying, that's what's screwing us now. I mean, look at this. If these guys weren't flying, we'd be able to block all of them, kill half of them. Oh well. Another work in progress. Of course, it would have been nice to draw one of the Guardians as well. Alright, let's give this another try. Maybe we won't get a deck built around flying. Ooh, Helm of the Host and our Guardian. And an ooze. Oh yeah, by the way, even if you can't destroy this right as you cast it, it's still a good defender. I mean, 4/4, solid card by itself, just a block. We do have the broken bond though, so should be able to get him out pretty quick. Incubation Druid. Rogue's Gloves. There's something you don't see every day. Guardian. More land, always good. Let's go ahead and put our biogenic ooze out first. Oh, this is gross. Alright. Let's think about this. Let's create another ooze. And since very soon this will be able to take our Golden Guardian by itself, let's go ahead, destroy the Rogue's Gloves, and we'll be able to get an extra mana. Now we're getting plenty of mana. It's time this out there. Next turn, we'll be able to get our Golden Guardian, and then we don't have to worry about drawing anything, so we can just create one every turn. I am curious to see how long it's going to take him to actually attack us. That's fine. I mean, not ideal, but we have 3 more in our deck, so... Could be worse. And now, we will equip our Golem and just make one every single turn. Alright. Very good. Definitely want it on him. And we will go ahead and cast another one. No attacks. Honestly, the longer we wait, the better it's going to be for us. Until now. It would be amazing if we could have 2 of these, but unfortunately, it is a legendary. So, only one at a time. Well, let's do this first. And then we will have him fight. I mean, it really doesn't matter. I'll fight the enemies. Why not? So now we can create 2 every turn, and then get a 3rd. Oh, I love it. That's really not what you want to see, though. Oh, all or nothing. Here we go. Well, I'm not gonna lie, he got pretty lucky with this volcanic dragon. I just didn't do the -3, but alright. That was so unnecessary. Ah. Alright, so, well, you get the idea, but clearly needs more work. I will make it work, though, because I just like the idea. Alright. Let's look at something else. What other things we have in here? This deck is surprisingly simple, but I did play it twice, and it worked out pretty well. We'll do that one next, though, because this is another fun one. This is based off of a deck I saw on MTG Jeff's channel. Shout out to him. Amazing channel. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. Basically, what he does is he gets people to submit him decks, and then he builds them and tries them out. Or he just makes them up like I'm doing right now. But I saw this one, I tweaked it a little bit, and wow. It's been fun so far. I'll show you how it's supposed to be once we get in here. Lin Matonk. So I don't have anything in here that will show you what it is. Whatever, we'll keep it. I don't actually have any of the cards that this deck is based around. These are all just kind of fillers. Except for this one. But even this is really just for the saplings. Oh shit, it's my go. Alright. Wild. Play the forest. Sure could use one of those islands. He's got an island. Well, there's half of what we need. Minus, you know, an island. Well, for those of you who don't know about System Petitioners, if you get 4 of these bad boys and tap them, your opponent discards 12 cards from their library into their graveyard. Don't think that's going to be the way we'll win with this deck that has 105 cards still left in it. God, this is annoying. I don't want to get rid of... I guess it's going to have to be the Frilled Mystic. But anyway, the other card, the other half of this, is... Shit, I can't even remember the name of it right now. Not important. We will get out our Night Veil Sprite first. Essentially, the other card is an enchantment. It's, what's the name of that? Hell, it might be in her. Nope, not there. Hungering Hydra is always good. I choose you, Warkite Marauder. kind of helping us out right now, because I don't want any of these. We will draw it. Okay with 3 damage. There we go. Arcane Adaptation. This is the card we want. So, for these guys, tap and discard. Wait, and now it does have a blurb in here that says, for those of you who don't know, you can only have a max number of 4 cards per, or 4 copies of a card per deck. But this one will let you have as many as you want. The problem with that is when shit like this happens. So it's kind of hard to get 4 of them out there together. But with Arcane Adaptation, if you turn all your creatures into advisors, you only need 1 to activate the ability. So we have 5 in this deck, and hopefully we'll be able to play one of them. Now we do have Hungering Hydra as well, always good. And we have Replicate for that Hydra. Because the idea there is also to be like, well, you're going to realize that most of the time we're not going to be able to win using our Arcane Adaptation Advisor trick. So, the other cards we have in here is this me? What the hell's going on here? Am I disconnecting? Yep, I think I'm disconnecting. Or not? Or yes? Uh-oh. Well, I guess I can explain this while I'm waiting to die. Clearly can't rely on that to win. Luckily, we have good creatures such as the Hungering Hydra and the Tenderstruck Druid. So essentially, we can get him out there and then replicate him. We got 2 really cool creatures out there. Cancel. Don't close. Oh no. I just made it worse. Oh. Stupid computer.